I think one of the reasons why I wanted to come to the United States was because of the opportunities in terms of research and internship that are given to undergrads. It's not common to be an undergrad researcher back in India. So that was what I was essentially looking for in a college. And when I was looking at the profile of UTA, I found that many undergrads in physics major work in one of the labs or with one of the professors. So that was one of the most attractive things at UTA. Plus we have the Atlas project going on here at UTA, which is one of the biggest projects right now in the world. So that was a great thing.
I was talking to my professor in genetics, and I looked into his research, and he did a lot of different types of research. I wanted to ask him about it to see which topics he was more interested in and which he wasn't, just because I saw like a heavy emphasis on a certain topic. So I asked him, I just said, oh, can you tell me a little bit more about your research? Which I found out, if you ask someone that's doing research about their research, they will not stop talking. But yeah, that kind of goes in with the passion for, just finding this, enzyme or discovering this molecule. It was pretty inspiring. I thought, maybe I want to do research, maybe.
So College of Science organizes student-teacher mixer events every semester for freshmen and transfer students to sort of get to know the faculty. And I was at one of those events, and that's how I discovered that physics department organizes colloquiums every month. And I was there at one of the colloquiums, and I had read about Dr. Lopez's research because I've always been fascinated about space physics and solar winds. So I reached out to him at the meeting that I would love to join your research group if you have an opportunity, and that's how I got my opportunity. He just said that you should come by at the meeting, study the material. If you like it, then you're welcome to stay. And yeah, that's how I got my opportunity.
I would say this for sure. When you don't really get to apply concepts, you get bored very easily, I'll say that. Like sitting through lectures and reading stuff in a book can be very cool, but then when you're doing that for multiple classes, I hate to say it like this, but it gets kind of tiring. But if I learn about bacterial transformation, plasmids and stuff like that, and then I get to do an actual procedure like that, where I can, take competent cells, put plasmids into a solution, heat that solution up to where, let's say the plasmid gets uptook by by the competent cells, right, for our bacteria we want to grow, and let's say this plasmid has, a gene that codes for antibacterial resistance, and then now I plate, let's say those cells onto, an agar plate that has ampicillin on it, and then now only those cells grow and nothing else. Those are just multiple concepts applied right there in one simple procedure, and you could always look further into it and learn more about it. I was also grateful for my graduate students because in the very beginning, they'd be teaching me procedures and stuff, and I'm just following exactly the steps what they're doing. But when we had some time, they would tell me exactly why we'd be doing things and the implications behind them. So hey, so why do we want to we want to express this protein, right? So we're going to put it inside this cell, and we're going to grow the protein and then put it on a plate. So why are we going to put it on a plate that has ampicillin? And then why do we put a plasmid that codes for ampicillin resistance? Well, you don't want other bacteria, basically to contaminate this. You want only the cells that you want to grow. And so it's a lot of people went, oh, that makes sense, right? But if no one explained it to me, then perhaps I wouldn't understand. But as you gain more of an understanding by learning, then you can start to piece things together yourself. And of course, you can always look up online or read from a book too. That helps.
I think from my side, it's just a lot of questions, that's one of the great thing he does. If you are starting out in his lab, then the first thing he wants to do for about a month and a half is just to ask questions. So your task mainly is to ask questions. So that sort of helps you to ask the important question of why. So after reading each sentence of the module or of the research paper, you stop and think, why is the statement true? And you don't just take it as a fact. And if you don't completely understand it, then you ask him that question. So that sort of helped me to overcome the learning curve fast, because I was just a freshman and I didn't know the sort of the math behind the complex math behind the space physics that was going on. And that helped me to sort of overcome that learning curve. Plus, graduate students have been helpful a lot. They basically taught me the entire Python. When I was Fatima, one of the graduate students that I work with, she taught me Python and how to plot the correlation curves for my research project, and it has been a great experience.
Maybe family sounds overused, but I would say everyone is very tight-knit for sure. It's funny, our lab is in the basement, so there are no windows, so we're just locked in there with each other all the time. But I love the company. The graduate student I work with, are Isha, Mithun, Suman. They're great. As a sophomore and junior, I still don't know much of anything compared to their knowledge, but they're always happy to show me the ropes, to explain to me what's going on. Like, I never feel like I'm being a burden to them. They genuinely enjoy teaching me, showing me the ropes, because like one day they're gonna graduate their PhD and then move on. So I'm always thankful for the knowledge they've imparted on me. We are like a family in some ways. I'll text them, hey, I'm coming up to lab, do you guys want boba? And they're, oh yeah, we love boba. We love share tea, so I'll run down the street on Cooper to share tea and get all this boba. And of course we can't consume it in lab. We have a designated break room. But yeah, so on our downtime between procedures and experiments and stuff, we just kind of hang out and talk.